So I'm sure he's the best person to talk about this topic. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you, Ms. Toastmaster. Thank you for the nice compliment. I will hope to live up to those high expectations. The purpose of today's speech, fellow Toastmasters, is to describe succinctly and to the point how to use eBay and PayPal to be safe during this holiday season. Why it's really important is because as we're now in the holiday season, people are buying and selling more items. Not surprisingly, the bad guys are aware of this, so there are many more scams out there where either as a buyer or seller you can be taken advantage of. In addition, we as employees of eBay or PayPal need to not only understand this so we don't get violated, because that is both embarrassing and bad, as well as we can be ambassadors. We can talk and communicate to our friends and family and explain to them when they say, oh, I should do this. You may say, wait a second, have you thought about this? Have you done this step? So you can educate and make sure they are also safe. So to go into how to be safe, the first and most important thing you can do is never leave the platform. If you hear from a seller, oh, please, send me something via Western Union, don't ever do it. Please. It is so bad that even Western Union, who makes money on this deal, actually puts on their website, do not use this for eBay transactions, because every fraudster in the world tries to get you to move to Western Union. So if you're ever buying anything, from a car to a Barbie doll, never use Western Union. Other people, if they're selling stuff, may get email notes from people to say, oh, you have to pay all those eBay or PayPal fees. Let's just use this offline. Let's do something else. I'll send you a check. Or I won't buy via eBay. I will actually buy, I'll just send you money for a kind of a send money transaction to your PayPal account. That also, in doing so, you may think, hey, I'm saving some fees, I'm saving a little money. Granted, that paid your paycheck, but we'll forget about that for a second. Those fees actually now give you lots of rights, gives you lots of insurance. So if you say, fine, I'm taking off platform, all the protections we put into place, that if something goes wrong, you get your money back, are gone. You will be out of luck. You'll have no recourse. You won't be able to use the resolution center if something goes wrong to make sure that either you get the good returned, you get your money back, or you have some other type of remediation step. So never leave the platform. It's built for your safety. Point number 2 is, and people, I'll kind of go to the same business model. They say, why do I need all these insurance things? You know, if I'm a buyer, should I pay for insurance for delivery? If I'm a seller, should I pay for the proof of delivery components? It costs $1. It never happens. Don't worry about it. A lot of those same protections are now built in, require that delivery. If you as a seller want to get reimbursed for a thing called INR, item not received, the buyer says I never received it, or it was damaged in shipment, you have to be able to show via a UPS, FedEx, or some other kind of service that the customer actually signed for. If you don't get reimbursed. It's that simple. So even though it's an extra $1 or so, and you're saying, hey, wait a second, it's going to hurt my profit, if you're buying or selling, you should always try to make sure you use insurance. The only way to not is if you're buying something that may be, $1 or $2, if you lose it, did you only take that risk? That may be worked into your business model. That's fine. But in reality, always try to make sure you get the insurance, because people often forget that. And thirdly, the other key message that we need to make sure people do around buying and selling safely online is you always need to make sure you have good communications with your seller or buyer, because a lot of people think that my eBay score equals trust. They had 125. I should be able to trust them if I'm buying something. Or if I'm a seller, oh, my buyer's got 373 feedback. I should be able to trust them. Regrettably, there may be a bad person taking over a good person's account. They may be leveraging the fact that they have a really valuable asset, that good person's feedback score, to send you that message of, yes, I'm a great buyer. I have 355 feedback. Let's go Western Union. Let me send you a check for some other mechanism. So yes, feedback is a good thing to look at, but don't allow a good person's feedback score to lead you into a bad situation, either off platform or not to buy the proper insurance. Because a lot of people assume good feedback always equals a good person, a good transaction. And people forget that bad people take over good people's identity to use that good feedback. So in conclusion, you need to be safe. You also need to buy a lot of stuff and sell a lot of stuff during the holiday season. We need the GMV or the TPV at PayPal. To do so, however, you need to be safe by making sure you always stay on the platform, making sure you always use the insurance as needed to make sure you have the right protection, and lastly, making sure you look at the people's feedback to say, yes, that is an indicator, but not the final indicator, because you need to have your street smarts. If someone's going to offer you a $500 value for $100, why? You know, if I'm offering you a $500 gift card and it's $500 at Lowe's for a $100 price, that doesn't sound right? Why would I give you $500 in cash for $100? So use your street smart to make sure you average that with your score to get the final answer. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike, for the excellent tips. Now, could you please spend 45 seconds to write down any comment you have for Mike? More seconds. Okay.